Well, the high cost of fuel often hits the hardest in rural America, where most everything is just further apart. No one probably knows that better than Oklahoma Congressman Frank Lucas, who joins me now in our studio. Well, you represent the 3rd District, which is a very rural district, and you've been doing town hall meetings. What are you hearing out there?
Well, Rob, it's the price of fuel. Clearly, that's the biggest thing. And in the Panhandle, of course, the drought that they've been going through all spring and all summer, epic of the nature of the 1930s and 50s. But those are the two big issues. And of course, when you've got a nice, compact 32-county district, I've been burning a lot of that gasoline too as I drive around to talk to my constituents, to listen to their input as we go back in September to finish the session of Congress.
Are we at a place, or will we ever be getting at a place where we can be an energy independent nation?
Oh, Rob, I don't know that we'll be ever totally energy independent, but we can reduce the percentage of crude oil, the percentage of total energy that we depend on from the outside world. You know, the famous ads now that Mr. Pickens is running, noting that we spent $700 billion last year on imported energy, primary crude oil. That's been one of the topics we've talked about in virtually every town meeting. My constituents understand we may not be able to go it alone, but if we'll pass a comprehensive bill, if we will push offshore drilling in Alaska and onshore, if we will continue to the aggressive stand we've had on wind energy, if we'll go with the renewables, nuclear power, yes, coal has a factor in this equation too. If we'll touch all of those sources, we can dramatically reduce the percentage of our energy that comes in from the outside world and leave that money here at home to invest in our economy, to hire our people, to grow our communities.
So is it fair to say at this time in our country you believe that we really can't leave anything on the table?
We cannot leave anything on the table. There again, thinking back to Mr. Pickens's commercials where he stresses the use of things like natural gas to power transportation in urban areas, bus fleets, taxi cabs. He's exactly right. Not only do we have to use all forms of American energy, but we have to use them in ways we've not customarily thought about before. Our farmers who are listening and watching will note that in the 1960s and 70s, you saw a lot of farm pickups running up and down the road on propane. A lot of tractors, propane, liquid propane, LP gas. That says to me if we could do it with LP in the 60s and 70s, compressed natural can be a real force in our day-to-day commuting or travel. But the bottom line remains, all sources of energy. We are a big country. If we want to continue our economy growing in the fashion that will create the jobs, that will generate more prosperity, then we've got to have more energy, and it's got to come from the United States, and it's going to have to be all sources of American energy.
Well, Congressman Lucas, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.